what you wear, just as long as you want to. I'm gonna lie, man. I didn't ask for no backup singers. As long as you are everybody around the world. It doesn't matter what you in. Do I like it back or forth? Back, back, forth and forth. Back, back, forth and forth. Back and forth. Now check it. It's time for me to get my nails done. My nails were so weak and I gave them a break. Now they strong again. They're strong. Like Shanika. I didn't. If y'all heard a sound of an animal, that was her just growling when I said I'm strong like Shanika. She just said, "Rawr." She's watching one of her favorite movies. Is there anybody on? Anybody, somebody. Nobody on yet? Okay, darling Paul on. Hi, darling. Can you like it? Can you like it? You the first one that's on. Darling, I mean, if you're here, if you're good, bad, or the ugly, could you just please still like? Thank you, darling. Thank you. Okay, I see I don't know who that is. And hey, let me tell you, I know all you guys are not here for me. I know that. I know that I'm going to block this. I'm not for that. I don't even have a block out. I use that. Oh, I thought it was a block. High user on this channel. Okay. Ain't nobody for that. Ain't nobody for that. I am not for that. I am not for the games and the jokes today. No. And why do y'all think I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, it's 20? Who gave? No, I know it don't work like that. Nothing is connected. Nothing of my banks is connected. One. Two, I know it don't work like that. And I saw that viral clip of that lady. It was a lady, my older lady, and people was writing $2 billion, $100, $500. She was like, and crying and really acting like, and she really thought they was giving her this money, but they what? They were just writing it. I said, poor lady. And she just is. Let me tell you, it's a lot of people that don't know about social media, but let me tell you, I know enough. Whereas though you got blocked. Ooh, somebody giving me hearts and it's not my daughter. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who was here? Who was here in one of my earlier lives when I wore this sweatshirt? I'll never forget. I was still like, I mean, I'm still kind of nervous every time I get on here. But in my earlier live, it was I was sitting over there by the window. It was around this time of the month. It was cold out, and I was right by the windows, and I kept doing like this to my arms like the whole night. I had on the same sweatshirt, the same Reebok sweatshirt. Who was here? And my brother kept calling. I'm like, why is he keep calling? What is he? What do he want? He see I'm on FaceTime. I'm saying FaceTime. Still, not even used to this when, and it's really called live stream. You see live stream. And who was somebody laughing? Who was here? And and he kept calling. I said, "What do he want?" I'm on live. I'm on FaceTime. I'm on FaceTime. But he was calling because he kept calling me because he was watching my live. So my favorite brother, the one that I showed y'all the baby pictures, the dark skinned one, he was on my live stream. He used to come on early in my live streams, but he said he was like, "Yo, what is all that crying? Like that's not me." He know that's not me. So, but he kept calling because I kept doing like this to my own. He like, "What the F is you doing that for?" I said, "Well, what is wrong with me doing this?" I said it was cold. I was right by the window. It was cold. He said, "Because people probably think you got slices on your wrist." I'm like, that was the last. I mean, guys, that was the last thing I was thinking, that somebody think I got I'm hot and slices on my wrist. Like, I said, "Boy, please." That was the last thing. He said, "You know how people think." He said, "Then this going on with you and you keep crying." But yeah, I was just cold. So this that infamous sweater I had on back in one of my earlier lives. I don't even think I kept that live up. I don't even think I kept that live up, guys. Is it up? I don't know. I ain't look at a lot of my lives. I haven't looked at it in so long. But how is everybody on this Monday? Hi y'all. Dylon, thank you for subbing. Did you sub tonight or did you been subscribe? Who is other people saying stuff? I block. Ain't nobody for. I know how. I'm looking like, what is you doing over there? Yeah, I know how to block. Ain't nobody for that. Thank you. You are doing it. Keep trying at what? See, you say you are doing a great job. Now, what am I trying? Tell me. I look like a teacher named Mackenzie. Oh. What am I trying? Tell me. Wait a minute, where did that comment go? Okay, thank you. You said I'm doing a great job. Now what am I trying? Keep trying doing what? Jaylon Collins. Well, listen, I know hi to everybody that's here. And if you're new here, subscribe. I come live to y'all. Rare. I into that whole social media, Instagram stuff. People putting on filters. People, I'm proud to be black. I'm not those, black people who be black women who be saying proud to be black, and then they go and trying to look every other race. I'm just as real as it's gonna get when it comes to a black girl. Well, a black woman. Because somebody say, "Why do you keep calling yourself a girl? You not no girl." Yeah, but hey y'all, how's everybody? How was everybody's day? Mine was, let me go first, guys. Whew, what a day it's been. So I'm in my tourist mode, just chilling. Whoever's giving me the hearts, I thank you, because I know it's not my daughter. Um, so yeah, how was my day? So my my uncle, he kept calling me. And remember, I was chilling today, waiting to come to y'all. I didn't even feel like coming to y'all because my uncle took a part of like most of my day. But remember, I was telling y'all that um I have an uncle that he really can't see too well, and he's in assistant living. Well, he called me all morning, and then everybody was like, Uncle, so and so is trying to get in contact with you. And I'm like, well, what do he want? And I didn't want to take the call, guys, because the reason why I didn't want to take the call, because whenever somebody called me, it's like they always want something. And I just wanted to chill today. I did not want to take on a responsibility of, okay, somebody need me and I gotta come through. Needless to say, I called him. And the assistant living he was at, he did not eat. He ain't eating days, guys. So my uncle ain't eating days. He was eating once a day. That's in the morning, and they was feeding him oodles the noodles. And oh gosh, so me being me, as soon as I heard it, I just jumped into action. I started calling around, seeing how he can get out of the house and seeing if somebody else can take him, because I can't. My uncle is blind. I cannot take care of as much as I want to. He is a lot of work. When I get him for the weekends, he is a lot of work. Like, I be exhausted after I take him back. And yes, he has a lot of kids, and yeah, but I found a place for him. And I took him there. And I asked the lady, the owner of the place, I said, can my uncle get his his social security card? She would not give him his social security card, and being as though he blind, and she is the one who get everything, like the money and stuff, because she charged him. She take all his money. So the men that's there, she take all their money. And so yeah, she wouldn't give me the card. She was very nasty. Like, if I show y'all these text messages, and what she was trying to do was get me out of character. And I'm like, girl, I got too much to lose. I am being watched like so closely. Like, this is what they would want, right? But she was calling me all these names. And this is a woman who has several assistant livings. And she never met me. We only talked on the phone when I say I'm gonna come get my uncle or whatever. And this woman was so rude and nasty. And I'm not even gonna give her name of the assistant living here in Baltimore, because people like that, it's gonna come to them. You taking these old elderly people money, and you treating them like such. Like my uncle, he when I went to get him today, he had all these trash bags full of dirty clothes. He have not gotten his clothes washed in so long, like big bags of dirty clothes. And like, when he told me how he was living, I was just in awe. And I always see, like, when I go pick him up, the lady of the owner of the house never there. So I always pick him up, and there's a young girl there. So he just told me that the young girl, she got a lot of young girls, like 18, 19-year olds, and I guess she paid them under the table. And he was saying that these young girls bring their boyfriends over. They, you know, neglect these men, the residents of this house, right? And it's just horrible. So, needless to say, I got my uncle out of there. He's somewhere now. He's safe. They're washing his clothes now. And he's being taken good care of. And he's so happy that he's finally out of the house. And I was so upset with him, because I'm like, all this time you come over here, I get you for the weekend. Why you ain't tell me all this was going on? But he just had his breaking point. He had to get out of the house. But that woman, she's going to get what's coming to her. How the world works, how mean she is to these residents, I'm telling you, it's going to come back to her. I don't have to report her. I don't have to, because that's not, it's going to come back to her. How she's treating the men in that house. So my uncle is out of there. It's like three more other men in there. Y'all, if y'all got anybody that's in nursing homes, assisted livings, go check on them. Go check on them, because the system is just so crazy how they just put these people in these assisted livings and nursing homes. And they, a lot, not even nursing homes, it's more of the assisted living, so like the houses, right? And it's so unfortunate that this lady get all this money from them. Not only does she get money from the state, she's taking their social security money. So she takes their cards, she have control of their cards, and then she get money from social security. So I'm saying all that to say, if y'all know anybody that's in an assisted living, family members, friend, go check on them. Go check on them and talk to them, and tell them like, look, don't feel scared if it's anything that is going on in here that's not supposed to be, for them to tell y'all. And because elderly abuse is big. It's big, and that's something that a lot of people ignores. A lot of people ignore elderly abuse, like but yeah, guys, go and check on anybody that y'all know that is elderly and that's in an assisted living, more of an assisted living, not so much in nursing homes, but in assisted living, because that's a small community. With assisted living, there's so many employees, so many people, but that's a house, and it's so unfortunate. But needless to say, my uncle is safe. He is in another facility, and yeah, I came to the rescue. Superwoman came to the rescue. My mother called me Superwoman. She always called me Superwoman. But other than that, guys, that took me a little under the weather. And then she put him out. When I called her the day before that, yesterday, and I said, I'm coming. I called her the day before. I called her yesterday. I said, I'm coming to get him today. And I guess she thought I was playing. And I called her. I said, I texted her. I said, can I get my card? Oh, she was so rude and nasty to me. And I said, can I come get my uncle card? And so he can have it. She was so rude, nasty, and she put him out early in the morning. And I was like, oh my goodness. So that was just so devastating to see my blind uncle on the porch. But he's safe. He's good. I took him to get something to eat. He loved Big Mac, McDonald's food. I took him to get that, and he is safe and sound. Just before I went live, I came on here. I called him and said, hey, you okay? He said, I am good. He said, thank you so much. He said, thank you so much. He said, I'm sitting here relaxing. He said, they washing my clothes right now. He said, I was going to watch the game and all this. And I'm like, okay. All right. I said, I'm ready to go. So, yeah, guys. So that was how my day went today. And, I said, if ain't one thing, it's another. But we just got to love on our family, love on our family members. The elderly ones, just be gentle, be kind. Yeah, just love on our family members. As much as y'all love these celebrities and worship these celebrities, do that the same for your family members. But, yeah. God is good, but other than all the time, yes, ma'am. But other than that, yeah, that took a lot out of me. Just seeing my uncle, oh gosh, he got so old, and life moved so fast. It was like, my mother used to have parties and stuff, and he used to come over and call before he come, because he was the baby. He the baby of the sisters and the brothers of my aunts and uncles. So, man, he's just gotten so old. Everybody getting old. Like, and then I was on it's this Instagram name. It's a Baltimore Instagram, and let me let y'all. Let me see. And it this that took a lot out of me too, because I'm like, my gosh, we was only 14 years old, and it seemed like, let me tell y'all, it seemed like we was grown. And they posted that like this was in 91, so let me show y'all. I probably do a video on her, because I got like so many pictures. And even when they posted her History Channel, even when they posted her, that's the same picture that they had. Even when they posted her, this is the same picture that they had of the news back in 91. And it's like, my goodness. Wait a minute, guys. Where is that news clip at? Took me out. I'm like, oh my goodness. We thought we were so grown. I said we was literally 14. I remember we always on the phone talking, me and her. She got shot in the head, right? I don't know. But she was well known, and like me and her was so close. And where is that news clip? Wait a minute, I commented on it, so. Here it is. So this was the clip I saw when they posted it yesterday, and I had saw it today, and I'm like, this took me out. This girl, let me tell y'all, her mother and them, well, her grandmother and them, at the time, this was in 1991. They put this crazy old picture. You see all this gold on her and earrings and stuff. That was us, right? But they gave the news people a crazy picture, and this girl was like, Taz, man, this is her. Well, that was her boyfriend and them, but that was her right here, man. This was Taz, man. This was Taz 14. I'm like, oh my goodness. We thought we were so grown. Like, I remember literally calling her. We was in big clubs, like 14, and just they put me back. When I watched this, it put me back in that moment. I literally felt like 19, 20. Like we was only 14. And I remember my cousin called me and told me that she got shot. I'm like, oh my goodness. And the night before that, we talked on the phone all night about nothing. I was one of those girls like was scared of guys, right? when the older guys liked me, I'm like, she was like, come over here because so and so said they want to meet you. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come. And would never go. I used to be so scared. Was in 14, right? But I used to love when they would tell me that the guys liked me, right? But yeah, man, the story was she was asleep in her boyfriend bed and got shot in the head. That took the whole East Baltimore by storm, because she was well known. But yeah, that took me out. That made me like, oh my goodness, we lived like 14. I felt so. It took me back to that moment. I'm like, it hit me like we was really 14, living like we was 20-year-olds before cell phones. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Man, not in your time. Look, she said that was the fun time. When I was out and about, my mother stayed working. We was outside. But yeah, that was her, and we thought we was all that with our little go on and I don't know what made her. I guess they was just because she had some nice pictures. They gave this crazy picture to the news people. I remember the first thing I said, all these pictures of her with her hair down. Why they give the news people this picture with her hair all over her place, all over the place. But yeah, R.I.P. Taz. I probably I want to do a documentary on her. She was a big deal. Like she was like that girl. Like that girl. Like how and she was from East Baltimore. So she was from East Baltimore. At the time I was living on West Side. I was living in the West Side projects, West Baltimore. But I was born and raised East Side. So my cousin still lived around there. So that's how I knew her. And so I would go around the way. We already lived on the west side, so I would go around on the east side, with my little big old earrings and my ropes and stuff on. And that's how I met her, because she told my cousin, who is this little fly chocolate girl looking like me? So me and her linked up, and I started going around my cousin's house with her and stopped going over my cousin's house. Like I would go over there and just be with her, and we would go out. Oh, that if you from Baltimore, we 13, 14 in Old Dallas. And I just looking back, I'm like, wow, I was really that young in a big old name. Like you knew if you belonged. You had to be dressed. You had to be looking like something to get in there, because they wouldn't even let you go in there. But the fact that we was 14, when I seen this news clip, I'm like, get out of here, 14. But that was us. We was everywhere.
Your hair was nice.
Yeah, I had a head full of hair. I had a head full of hair, and then it's so the channel is a history channel, and she was just so well known. That's why that's why she made it to the History Channel. But they had posted this picture. I'm like, Lord, this is how I used to wear my hair.
And you on there?
No, they showing like just how Baltimore girls used to wear their hair. It's called the Baltimore History Channel. Where is that picture at? I was like, yeah, that's how we used to wear our hair. Right here. This was Baltimore girls right here. Let me just. That was Baltimore girls. That's how we used to wear our hair. And when I tell you this hairstyle, now I used to get my hair done like this, but when I used to do my hair, like when I say I gotta go to the hairdresser, I used to put it in this ponytail and this big old fan. But when you get this hairstyle right here, let me tell y'all something. It's lasting for it used to be, we used to keep this for 2 months. And we used to keep this for 2 months. Why did the light go out? It was brighter than this.
Because the light is fading now.
No, it didn't have nothing to do with this light. Let me see something. Yeah, that's on. I don't know. But guys, we used to have so much fun. There we go. Yeah, but we said so much fun. Where my buddy at? The one said, what we doing? What we doing? I fell out when I was thinking about that the other night. And let me tell you, that was my slang. Like, I wasn't calling my homegirl saying, what we getting into, you hear, what we getting into, or what y'all doing today? My thing was, what we doing? Like, what we doing? I'm like, that was so cute for him to say, hey, what we doing? That was my thing. What we doing? I'm tired. Let's ride to DC. Those is the good old days. Like the good old days. But yeah, guys. But the day's been through it all. I still give God praises. Give God the glory. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm happy that I'm still here to be able to, go, go get my family members and if they're in need, like he was. And like I said, he got a lot of daughters and sons, but you know, that's another whole story in itself. Y'all, with y'all, with y'all,
So I walk this away.
say that again, ma. Yeah, you go in the basement to the bed, friend. They ain't gonna see you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Or upstairs, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, guys, but let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all I in my world today, to keep my peace, and I always talk about the peace and how I'm just so, the peace, and I know God give me the peace, but one of the things I try not to do is I stay away from social media as much as possible, right? And when I do get on, I scroll, like how I found this they posted yesterday, or even when I want to go and look at my favorites of YouTube, like Armand Wiggins. I never catch his live, but I'll always, when I'm ready to sit down and be comfortable, I'll go and check his videos out. But I had no idea, guys. I had no idea that versus they did a versus. I had no idea. That's what I'm saying. When I tell y'all, I'm just like, I did not know, guys. I did not know that versus it was a versus with Cash Money and No Limit. I'm like, oh my goodness. I did not know. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, and let me tell y'all, if y'all follow me on Twitter back in the day, y'all know I was at every versus tweeting. I would tweet as it would go, but I had no idea. I'm like, wow. And anybody who followed me back on Twitter days know that I was a Cash Money fan. They literally called me. This was in 2000. I remember, and God bless Ted. So I miss her so much. This happened in 91, when the whole Baltimore was like shattered to pieces, because that was like the first dramatic shooting, for a young girl. Like, you ain't hear about too many young people getting, and even when I was listening to the news and they was like 14, it didn't hit me then in that moment until I watched it today. I'm like, we was really 14, living like we was 18, 19 years old, all over the place, every club, crazy. But God bless her. So and yes, they found the shooter and all that. But what I was getting ready to say, so this fast forward to 2000, my brother, my dark-skinned brother, my close brother, right? He used to always play No Limit. I hated No Limit. I hated, nah. I hated that. I'm like, what are you listening to? Like, make it stop. And he loved it, No Limit. He's like, you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to it. And I try to listen to it, because one thing, when he tell me listen to something, I do it. When he tell me listen to something, I do it, right? And so my earring fell, guys. So he told me listen to it, and I listened to it. I'm like, I don't like them. And I said, but I like that girl, Mia X. I said, I like how she rap. But I still couldn't get into her. But let me tell y'all something. When Cash Money came out, what? Like, what? Oh my goodness. I was like, I am lying. I lied to y'all now. I literally, y'all know I got him on my earrings. If y'all don't know, I got half an ear. You can't tell it's a half an ear. This earring won't, you know what?
Who have a half
My mama, this ear. It's okay. I just say it's a half an ear. You really can't tell. These not cheap earrings, y'all. They
I know
seem
it's
like it's
not.
not. They seem, hey, these real sterling silver, and let me tell you, it's just I don't even like sterling silver. I just
Yeah,
um,
you handle it, yeah.
but yeah. So he was like, my brother was like, yo, you. I said no, I do not like them. I tried, I didn't like them, but when Cash Money No Limits came out, they called me literally. They called me the hot girl. I played them so much. I told all the guys about them. I lied to y'all not. I used to drive around. Listen, this is back in the day, when you used to drive around with loud music. People still have loud music, but back then you can have the windows down. Now you can't. You gotta keep your windows up, right? So people used to be like, what did you, people used to stop me at the stop sign. What did you listen to? Excuse me, what did you listen to? I said, it's called Cash Money. I was literally telling guys about this group called Cash Money. I remember I told my brother, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to this. I bought their first album. He got it. I had to go and get another because he would not give it to me. So it was safe to say I used to ride around playing them every day. And my boy was Turk. Oh my goodness, not Turk now, but the Turk then. I'm young. That was the kind of guys I liked, right? So Turk was my guy back then, and yeah, man, it's just crazy. Those was the fun times. And my daughter even said to me, "Ma, remember when you used to always ride around?" And this is in 2009, 2000. She said, "I remember every street you went down, you were beeping the horn, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep." I'm waving at everybody. That was the day. They was the days. She said, and I don't even see that no more. Summertime, you don't even see people beeping the horn. I said, because everybody got this now. So now they text. I just saw you, they texting now. But those is the time I said, you remember that? She said, yeah, she used to beep that horn all the time, speaking to everybody. Those was the days, man. Let me tell you, Baltimore don't owe me nothing. Nothing. But yeah, my day was a long day. And it's crazy because I was like, when I heard the verses, I got excited, but then it's like, no, I don't have the urge to watch it. I'm not watching. I don't have the urge to watch it. It's so much going on in the world, guys. It is so much going on in the world. And I lied to y'all not. So me, my daughter, and her girlfriend, so they went out and they wanted me to go out. This was literally 3 days ago. 3 days ago. And so this white lady stopped and she was complimenting how beautiful my daughter and her friend looked. Old white lady. She's like, you guys look so beautiful. She said, y'all keep y'all, and just giving them words of wisdom. We went to a little expensive eatery or whatever, and she was telling them to keep their head up, and they was debating me if it was an angel in disguise, because when she left, she didn't know where to go. She literally was looking up and down the street, crazy. But she was telling them to keep their head up. She was compliment my daughter. My daughter had like her fro, and she was telling, and it's like a colorful fro, and she was telling her how beautiful her hair looked. And she started telling them how both of them look, how beautiful both of them look. And she was like, I remember when I was young, you guys stay young and youthful. But then she went on and said, she said, I feel so sorry for y'all. And she said, the world we living in today with the economy is so high. She said, I feel so sorry for you girls. She said, because if y'all go buy a house, she said, the money that y'all pay for a house, I could have bought 4 houses back then, when I was buying my home. And this is the thing she said, and the politics is so crazy. I lied to you not. She said, you don't know who is who. She said the Republican, you don't know Republican, or you don't know the Republican from the Democrats. She said it's like we all been hoodwinked. She said we've been bamboozled. She said I feel so sorry for this generation. She said I'm so glad I'm out of the game. I said, now what in the world is going on? I said, only this stuff happens to me, right? Only me. But then when she left, we was just like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. But she was looking up and down the street. Like she didn't know where she wanted to go. And could have been an angel in disguise. I don't know. But my daughter, her friend was like, that was an angel. Look, she don't even know where to go. Look. And it's so funny that she was saying that they were saying she an angel, and my daughter was saying the reason why she probably think it she her friend was saying it was an angel in disguise, and my daughter said, well, I think it was because remember her friend kept saying we so old now, we so old. And my daughter was like, it's all about how you feel. I'm not old. She said, I'm not old. She said, I eat right, I work out, I'm healthy. And my daughter's out now. She don't put all that stuff. She don't eat all that stuff that I would eat. And she said, I work out 4 times a day. I'm healthy. She said, I don't feel like, old. She said, well, we is old. Soon as we was coming out with them having that debate, that lady walked up to them. So I can see why they saying she an angel in disguise. My daughter was like, she probably just wanted to remind her, like, no, we not old and we don't look old. If she came to us, some of y'all stay youthful and beautiful and all that. But Will took me out and she said, I feel sorry for y'all. She said, because because y'all in a generation where y'all don't know the Republicans from the Democrats these days. She said they all the same. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy the world we are living in today. Who would have thought for an old white woman, look like she, to me she looked well put together, but they keep saying, ain't nobody tell me nothing, she was an angel. But for her to say that, it makes you think like, y'all, we are. And then and I'm one of those ones that don't like to speak things, and I don't like to speak negative. Always been like that. Always been an optimistic person. Never, said, oh, never thought. I hear a lot of people, when growing up, they say, oh man, shoot. Other kids and stuff, and never could do anything. I never was that person. Even when I was going through, hell, childhood trauma and stuff like that. And then you look at it, I was so young, I'm not thinking like that. Every day it's crazy because every day you just thinking, I wasn't never thinking nothing, but my brothers and them used to say, they used to think, I cannot wait till I get big and I'm getting out of here. I can't wait till I get old enough, I'm getting out of here. Not, because at that, when you little, you thinking he gonna be with us forever, but that's neither here nor there. So I never been one of those ones who talk negative over myself or spoke out negative, right? So, what I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. It was a bright light that flashed in my window, so that's what caught me off guard. Shoot, what I was afraid to say, y'all. So I was saying I never, I was one of those ones always talk positive, always thought positive. I forgot. I forgot, y'all. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Can somebody tell me what I was saying? I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry, guys. But dang, what I was saying. I just been one of those optimistic people, and never, I was always one of those ones who never just, I'm trying to figure out what I was saying. What was I saying? Y'all gotta help me out. What was I saying, y'all? It shows 6 likes, even though it's showing one person on, so, but I know it's more people than that. Hey. Can somebody help me out? I forgot what I was saying. And I don't want to go on to the next thing, but I want to talk about because oh, yeah, I was just talking about I'm always one of those people who just so optimistic and just don't like to speak things in existence. But y'all, 2026 is coming up, guys, and we just gotta stay prayed up because only God knows what next year will bring. And pray, I've been praying for America in this whole. I've been praying for America in this whole, y'all, and oh man, guys, it's just we've been we've been lied to. We've been lied to. And for this lady to say this, a stranger that excuse me, that we don't even know to say this to us. Crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen this lady, and she was just like looking. I'm down the street, like, okay, where do I go next? So, but I'm saying all that to say, yo, we gotta stay prayed up. We have to stay prayed up. And I remember in few of my lives, I would talk about how we have to just start. And this is what I've been doing. Like y'all know, I'm one of those ones that used to. Go to every concert. I used to go like 4 or 5 concerts a year. Like just love concerts, love going out to concerts and stuff like that. And lately, I just been every time I buy canned goods and I buy cases of water, like bottled water. But lately, I've been buying gallons of water. So every time I get a case of water, order a case of water, I order like 2 gallons of water, canned goods. I tell you, I've been said this in my lives, many of my lives. Just start building up on canned goods and water, matches. I know I like candles around all the time, and like the smell of candles, and not no type of ritual. I just love the smell of fresh, good smelling scents. But I don't get and I get those the long stick matches, the lighter, the long stick lighter. I get them for my candles. But what I have brought a box of matches, like 120 boxes. So just imagine 120 boxes and all those little sticks in there. I got a self, and this is what I just been building up, because what's going on with me is just like that just brought me, what's been going on with me for the last 5 years. It just made me just looking at the world so different. Just look at the world so different, and I just been gathering up on that stuff because the rich, they even the rich, the same people that y'all give y'all money to, the same people that y'all support and worship, they got underground bunks, they got them big mansions they live in. Don't think for a second that they didn't start digging, building a house, a safety place underground. We don't have that luxury. So I even brought I'm gonna show y'all. Go on Amazon. I brought 10 of these. 10 people don't even live in my house, but it's not a game. I'm gonna show y'all what I brought because it's just like I don't wake up thinking, like something's gonna happen. Absolutely not. I do not. But I brought it so long ago. This is what I brought. And they only $17.99. See, I got them a while ago. When I got them, they was $19.99. So these, you get these. It's really, really convenient. And this is a set. So you got the filters. You got the filters. You got the goggles. You got the, it's a whole set. And So make sure you get the set because it's some that come without the goggles and without the filter. So make sure you get the whole set, and it's only $17.99. And when I got it, they was $19.99. I got these the top of the year. Um, so yeah, guys, I would, if I was y'all, I would just definitely get those things. What else I got? Oh, just a lot of canned goods, that games, books. Y'all know I'm one of those ones. Well, around the time of my silence, when everything stopped for me and I stopped talking to family members and friends, just trying to figure out what's going on and how long this is going on and why it's going on. In my time of just silence, right? I brought a lot of Dr. Seuss books. I brought a lot of I brought Jacks and Bat and Ball, and I'm trying to. You know what? It's so funny because when I had this shirt on live the months and months ago, almost a year ago, I think this is the conversation I was having. I think it was this live when I had on this sweatshirt. And I remember so vividly because my brother kept calling and calling and calling. And at the time I was on my daughter's phone and I had my phone in front of me like this. And he kept calling. I'm like, what is he calling me? Tell him I'm on. And and he was like, why do you keep messing with your sleeves? Why do you keep pulling out your sleeves like you had? So I'm like, boy, ain't nothing on my wrist. They know I'm not no, they know that y'all know. I hope y'all know. I hope y'all been following me since day one when I talked about all that. So yeah, when I talk, well, let me be clear. When I talked about my health and how I'm healthy, how never been suicidal, never been depressed, friends always want me around. The life of the party, and even it's all, you know what, guys, go. And so I've been to this. I went and I didn't do this until Desiree had, because I used to tell y'all, I'm telling y'all, ain't nothing in my medical records that says, mentally ill or ever been depressed, never seen doctors told me, oh, you need to see counseling. It was something that I did. So it's something that's not in my medical charts because I went to counseling and paid myself because I was always fighting this around 30, mid 30s. And then I went back around 2021 when all this was going on online. And I just was like, wait a minute, this is not happening. So, and that's when I went again and I even did a video on it. Am I crazy? Am I depressed or something like that? It's still up. And so I went back to her after years of going for fighting. So never went to her saying, oh, I'm depressed. My childhood trauma. Let me tell you, that happened to me. And even in the midst of that happening, therapy said, you know what? You are a strong Black woman. I've known people who, like, you really got it together. And the fighting came from, which I didn't know was from anger from my childhood and just being mad and just all this rage in me, right? But it was never hurt nobody. It was just always wanting to fight. It wasn't ever wanting to hurt nobody or anything like that. So she always would tell me, even in those days in my 30s when I started seeking her and paying out my pocket, well, not seeking her, but making appointments for her, with her, and it's coming out my pocket. Like I can go, I need to do that too. Go and get copies from her as well, which she's private owned, and they wouldn't know because at the time they wasn't even following me then. But I still need to get copies from her just to see where nothing mentally. I'm sane. I'm in good health. I'm in good, mentally and physically, emotionally. She even loved being around me. I used to make her laugh, and I used to say, who you see to hear this and stuff. And, she said, I definitely see, I go and see, because she hears so much of so many people's stuff, right? She definitely needs to go and get, to hear, the vent and whatever. But, yeah, I'm saying all that to say, so I never, ever, when I tell y'all, it's so crazy me even talking like this. because it's like I can come to y'all every day, right, and tell y'all what's going on with me. I almost think like that's what they want, because if I keep talking about it and keep telling y'all what's going on with me, like even today when all this was going on with my uncle, like guys, they was right there following me everywhere, and it's like I know y'all thinking like this girl is what it. Why is they doing this to her? Like, what is she crazy? And it's guys, I want y'all to know that I am not crazy. This is happening still, and it's not even frustrating no more, but it's so annoying. Like y'all see, and I know they see that I was trying to handle this stuff with my uncle. They saw that. They hovering over me when I picked him up to take him to get him from that location to take him to another across town. I swear to you, God can strike me dead right now. God, you can come and strike me dead. They was following me, and it's just like, it's so annoying because it's like I hate talking about this. I'm a girl who talk about good things, right? So just hearing this stuff is so frustrating, and it's just like I don't like coming to y'all for this, but it's just y'all know I don't play about my family, right? So for this to be happening, and I'm coming to y'all still trying to smile and keep it together because I'm not that type of girl. And I'm telling y'all, and this is my first time saying this ever. And I know I said it in a dream. And I know I said it. I told y'all that I said this in a dream. And I don't like talking like this. But guys, if anything happened to me, anything, it was the government. I'm telling y'all. I'm not mentally unbalanced, right? Not mentally unbalanced. Y'all can look at my history of my Twitter and see that I never talk like this. Like, I hate the industry, like, because I know it was somebody who even looking at title, right? And I did a video of them. Like, I even figured, like, why did this, like, because I just don't know who it is, but I know the government work closely with the industry. Guys, let me tell y'all something. I have never did nothing illegal. I have never, ever sold drugs. Never, ever. And it's like the people that I know that had that life, they live in good lives. Like, it's like I said, it's nothing to do with no family members, no connections with nothing. Somebody sent them. And I want y'all to know I'm not crazy. And I need to get my medical, because I already got I didn't even do this until Desiree Hadley' daughter said she did, when they came and said they messed up they went into our medical records, like, and said that this is what's going on with her, like, blew my mind. That's when I printed all my medical history out, and this, thank goodness, the same clinic I was going through since I was a child. Nothing. I printed it all out, and I need to do that for the medical, for my therapy, because my therapist would tell you, and even in her reports of me, she came, her thing was she always fighting. She always feel like she fighting all the time. Whenever, if somebody make her mad, when I see you, I'm gonna get you, and she have to do that. She feel like she have to fight. She want to know where all this anger come from. When they did their final report, she the one told me, girl, you good. You don't need to come to me no more. When she did her final report, the report says, and I remember seeing this, a while ago. I haven't looked on my report, but I remember back then when I seen her back when I was in my early 30s, right? She said she's fine, she's good. I told her how to manage it. I told her, what to do and things like that. So even then, it was nothing about depressed or suicidal or nothing. So guys, I don't know nobody who's doing anything illegal. So I'm letting y'all know it's the government. They follows me around all day, and it's like, who do I tell? And I'm not saying this for y'all to care. I don't want y'all to care. Y'all don't even know me to care, right? But just be aware of it. This is like my documentary. If something happened to me, y'all know who did it. I'm not even saying for y'all to, I if I can ask y'all anything, I would say record this. But I'm telling y'all, if anything happened to me, it's them. But I even told God, I said, God, I wouldn't care if they keep doing this. Just who it is and why. Like, why is they doing it? I said, God, I wouldn't even care if this happened for the rest of my life. I wouldn't care. But I want to know why, who sent them, after me. What is this even for? They don't do this to nobody. And forget my phones. I don't need, like, I can go out right now and they will follow me. I told y'all this. So this is my documentary. I'm not asking y'all to care, but I'm asking y'all because I even told y'all how wicked the government is, and I know somebody who they wiped the history out. These is not made up stories. These are real stories. So if this lady worked for them and they can wipe out her history. Just imagine. Y'all, the government, and then it's so crazy because we was always taught that. I don't want to keep crying talking, y'all. Well, we was always taught that, the government, America is the greatest country of all, right? It's the greatest country of all, like. This is what they would teach us. Like, y'all are lucky to be living here. Y'all in a great country. This country ain't nothing. Nothing like it. I'm telling y'all, this country ain't nothing. The fact. And y'all, they watching. They know I'm not lying. They know I'm not crazy. But they don't care. They want the viewers. They want my viewers to think that I am, right? They laughing. I know they are because who want to believe her? And though I have so much footage on here, so much footage, right? And three other phones. Well, a iPad, not an iPad, like a little tablet, and two other phones, right? And a Canon camera. So I got all this footage, and I wrote these people and say it would be undeniable. Like, you would not be able to say something's wrong with you. The footage I have. Like, even the camera, the footage I got with a helicopter being driven empty. I know when I tell y'all this, y'all sounding like y'all. The reason why I'm not showing it, and I would love to show it. The reason why I'm not showing it, right, is because my street, my literal street, and my you would know the street I'm on and how they were going over my house. Like it's going is they literally over my house, going in circles over literally over my house, nobody else's house. So they going in circles over my house. But I'm in the car recording them. And they and then it's like if I edit it, you're not gonna see it's guys, I got footage, okay? I got footage, but I promise y'all, I'm not crazy. I promise y'all, my nephew at the door. I promise y'all, I'm not crazy. I promise y'all that. Hi, nephew. Yeah, guys. I promise y'all, like, I'm not crazy. I'm not like this is happening, right? And it's like me. It's so crazy. What do they want? And I really believe. And even when the airplanes, those airplanes I show y'all, they be following me. And it's like when I stop, they stop. And it's airplanes. It's like I can't keep coming to y'all saying this is happening. Y'all want to be thinking like this girl, but it is. And I want y'all to record this. I'm not beefing with nobody. And then even the channel that I made, right? I made because my brother told me to make it. You know, my brother wanted to do something. He was just inspired. Let me tell you, looking at my family, none of them, even me, like this is something new to me, right? We not used to this. So even when my brother got excited over, I forget his name, but he was crazy over him on YouTube, and he was like, I want to make a channel, but this is what I want. I was like, okay, I can make it happen. This was going on before I made that channel. So again, I don't want y'all to think like, oh, she made that channel, something dealing with them rappers and bottom. Like, no, this was going to mind you, I left social media. Been done with it. My brother told me, okay, this is what I want. I said, okay, I can make it. I'm fulfilled in it, right? I'm happy. People DM me, and people from Miami, like it was just so crazy. This is on Instagram because I had a Baltimore Live Instagram, right? And they was harassing me then. That's why I shut it down. It been started. I already knew at this point, so, but that was a wake up call. I'm like, oh, and that was when I said, okay, my IP address. That's how it was. But guys, I am not like just a regular girl from Baltimore. Had my fun, yes. Had my fun. But why is this happening now? I don't know. But I do know somebody sent them. And like I said, I even be like God, if you can just, I just keep praying. I just say pray down, but I just want y'all to know I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. I'm not suicide. And look at how Cardi B said to Armand Wiggins, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. Like, this is really happening. These celebrities are sending the government, and I truly believe the government, the celebrities, agents and managers and people like this. I think everybody has a Desiree in their circle. I believe that these people are connected. I know that these people are connected with the government, but how they trying to say Desiree is an ex-government informant? No, she still is in relationships with them. They don't just give you a big deal and get you off like that, and you did this big favor for them and nothing. No, you working for them. You working for them. I'm telling y'all, the industry is no longer how we knew it back in the day, and the 80s and the 90s, when it was such a big thing. And I would literally take off of work. And throw parties for freaking award shows. That's how I was into the industry, and it's just like that's done and over. It's not the same. This industry is evil. evil, guys. And all I'm saying is we have to start focusing on ourselves. These people, they got it. They're going to keep taking from us. They're going to keep taking from us to build. Because you see, what's the little white girl, Serena Williams? She's doing that pen and like it's so many people just trying to do these celebrities trying to do anything, right, to take from us because they going through it. Don't think for a minute that they're not going through it. And I know they big and they wealthy and rich, but their income, they still trying to hold up that income. They got cooks and all this stuff. They going through it too. So they coming to us with stuff such as pen. Like that should be an embarrassment on white girl Serena Williams end. Just as white when she did. I just seen that. I cannot stand none of them guys. I'm sorry, and I'm telling the truth is the truth. I seen she got a podcast. Everybody got podcasts. And all of them got podcasts. Remember that? I remember they used to, when I was gloating over them, they used to talk down on podcasters and YouTubers. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this before I even had a YouTube channel, right? I'm like, yeah, right. That talk down on them. Now look, they all trying to get a piece of the pie. All of them. They roughing it. I'm telling y'all. So I was looking at I'm telling you, since I did that video of her, she be everywhere. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so tired of seeing her sticking herself. She just constantly stay on my timeline. I call her white girl Serena, right? She wanna be white girl. But she was on a podcast, her and her sister still same complexion, beautiful. I mean, that melanin was just shining and glowing and glistening. And then Serena next to her. But she telling us she didn't bleach her skin. Yeah, right. Like, and this is, they tell us anything. And they think that we supposed to just supposed to just believe it. They think we supposed to believe that mess. They tells us anything. I didn't bleach my skin, but whoever do it, congratulations. Who says that? Good for you. I get so and then it's that's why I say I can't wait till I get this phone turned off because it comes on in this algorithm every 5 minutes. She's sticking her pen. Check your insurance for a row. Like, girl, she's sticking her body. Like, stick your body out of my algorithm somewhere. How about that? And yeah, they sells us anything. They roughing it. They just trying to scrape and scramble, and they just doing anything to sell us, to take our money that they call us broke. They call us broke, but they want our money, right? And they coming in our faces with anything, and they expecting us to buy. Guys, they got their bunks, underground bunks. It's something with the ever happen. They got their iron underground. Y'all do what I'm telling y'all. It's gonna be a good idea for y'all to start going on Amazon, piling up on this stuff, because why? The government don't care. Record this. The government don't care about us. They don't care. The only ones they care about is the rich and the famous. That's the only one they hear and listen to, because it's an exchange. It's an exchange. They give the money for things. They work closely together. They work closely together. Like somebody such as myself with A1 credit, frozen, can't get nothing. Look, and I remember when the girl who Puff Daddy shot in the face, she was saying this, my credit cards are frozen. Her credit card, thank God my credit card is not frozen. I still can use my credit cards, but new credit and new loans I can't get. But she was saying this years ago. But Diddy and all them, I cannot wait to put out that video. Oh, it's going to be a good one. All y'all, and if y'all ever party with Diddy, y'all in that video. And when they cut me off, when I was talking about when Jay-Z was, because you take notice, that's when they cut my live. When I was talking about when Jay-Z walked out of that that run with Diddy. Oh, I got that video, and it's going in that clip. I meant my video that I did. That I got that clip, and it's going in that video. And all the people who was partying with Diddy, knowing that he was having victims, real victims out here that was suffering, that was scared to speak up. They knew this man was the head of the Black Boule. They knew that. Oh, it's kind of all in video. I got some videos coming because they ain't gonna shut me up. That's what they try. I'm telling y'all. For me to keep saying I'm not crazy, it's kind of like annoying and frustrating because it's like I'm trying to prove myself to strangers. But if something was to ever happen to me, my friends and family is going to raise hell. And I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling the government this because they're watching. If anything, y'all will not hear the last of it. I'm letting y'all know this now because see, y'all know I'm not crazy. Y'all know y'all follow me every single day. Y'all know y'all do. And for what? For what? Y'all know I'm not doing nothing. And then I even thought like, okay, I was getting ready to say something that had something to do with aliens. But y'all, so many people already think I'm crazy on now, just sitting here just trying like, I'm not, but whatever. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, yeah, I cut my family and friends off because this is going on with me and I didn't want them to be a part of it. But if anything happened to me, and then, guys, it's whatever, because y'all gonna be thinking like, whatever, but, I me just trying to, tell, like, experience that happened just today, right? It's like, okay, whatever, I'm not even gonna say it because y'all already think like, I know. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say I know y'all think. It's just I know it's a lot, right? I know it's a lot, and I hate to be the one that break this stuff, but it's going on with me. It's going on with me, And yes, I get on here, I laugh, I smile, I have fun, and I try not to think about it. But y'all know I get very emotional when it comes to my family, like when my family is involved. I try to, get my uncle. Can't, and it's just like I can't do nothing. Like they be on me. Yeah, I recorded them today. Let me see something. Oh shoot, I recorded them on this phone. But whatever, I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all. If something happened to me, and I don't even like talking like this. All I'm asking y'all is to record, All I'm asking y'all is to record. The government is wicked, guys. I don't know what do they want from me. And then I remember when, I just don't know who it is. I just don't know who it is. I was going to say, I remember when Sloan Bella was talking about Jay-Z had put out a lot of money. Sloan Bella, y'all know Sloan Bella. And I'm not into those type of people. Even though a medium came to me before and told me something about my brother. And I'm like, what? Like, what? He's what? And she told me everything about him, right? And everything about me. It was crazy. I told y'all that in one of my lives, right? I think I probably did that because I was working out on that live in a basement. But Sloan Bella had said something about Jay-Z paying us, uh, giving up millions of dollars for this experiment for uh, stuff for the sky for mind control. Like, it's so crazy. It's just crazy. It's just mind boggling. Just hearing this stuff, right? And knowing what I see and knowing what my experience that I'm going through. It's just so crazy. And then hearing her say this when I was a fan of him, right? And then just it's a lot. It's a lot. I just don't know who it is. But guys, if anything happened to me, I'm not suicidal. I would never. Y'all see how I love on my family. Y'all see how my family look. Come to me and just come to me for everything, right? And I'd be so happy to be there for them. Something happened to me. It was the government. And I just want to know who sent them. Why are this been going on for 5 years, y'all? 5 years. This world is so wicked. I hate, and I know they say don't say hate. I really, really can't stand Hollywood. I really, really can't stand Hollywood. I can't stand. Y'all know it all started with Keke Palmer. I can't stand her. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I don't hate her. I don't hate nobody. I can't stand her. I can't stand her mother. Her mother, and they supposed to be preachers. Her mother they all wicked. They all wicked. You see when she told her boyfriends, that's not her baby father, that boy need to get a blood test. I bet he never had that baby by himself. But when he told when he said, you sold your daughter, she said, I don't care. If I did, we 80 million up. We 8 million up. She said they up in the millions. So what? Hollywood is wicked. Yes, they sold that girl. Yes, they sold her. You see, she the only one. You see, you got Zendaya, you got Willow, you got the beautiful Carla Pratt. You got all these Disney people. Why you keep saying Jezebel everywhere that slept with the whole industry? And it's not allegedly, it's facts. I even did a video and got pictures of her. I remember my brother was locked up to run his home, and I told him, I told him I just did that video that I did like 4 years ago on her, and he was like, you talking about the girl that got the sex tape with Lord Durk? I didn't even know that. I'm thinking I found everything, right? I think I found everything on Keke Palmer. He said, yeah, she got sex tape. I said, what in the... I ain't even go looking for that. I said, poor thing. Just nasty. Ugh. But, here we go. Oh, no. It's just so frustrating. You know, it's just so frustrating because it's like, I'm just a girl who knows everything. Nobody keep nothing from me. I don't like secrets. So it's just like, who is it? But whatever, guys. Just know I'm not suicidal. I don't like the industry. I cannot stand the industry. They're wicked. They're demonic. And just like Cardi B, wide mouth tail, mouth this big, trying to threaten Armand Wiggins. I know where you live. I know what you drive. I know. Girl, I can't stand none of them. They just disgusting. They're as disgusting as they look. Just evil. You know how you can just see somebody, just look at somebody and see that they are not good people. But y'all, we just gotta stay prayed up. 2026 is coming. I'm telling y'all, stay prayed up. The industry is wicked. The industry is evil. And I know I gave it all to God. I gave it all to God, but I'm human, guys. I am human. I get frustrated like God. Because I be thinking like, okay, when is he going to show me to be right? Like, God knows that I'm everything I'm telling y'all is the truth, right? Even as crazy as it sounds, and so and Hollywood is just, they know, and they even know. They know they wicked. They know what's going on. They know what's going on, right? And um, they going on about their life. They supposed to, they don't know me. I was getting ready to say it. I was just getting ready to cuss, right? But God is good. Like, yeah, that's why I say I know I can catch it, right? But what I'm saying is they're wicked. They're wicked. They will try to intimidate you with their money and their power. And I'm telling you, them agents, their managers, I'm telling you, they are connected with the government. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Where are they getting all this money from? Where is their record labels getting all this money from? Where is all this money that's going on in the industry? They got money to pay for cooks and this and that and this and that, managers and agents. They getting it from the government. It's not that much money in the world. They getting all that stuff from the government. They limit, the government is giving them money for stuff. I'm telling you. And this is why they can whatever. Because it's just, God knows. He knows. He knows. And when that day come, it's just like, I just don't know when guys, but when that day come and God reveal all of this, right? And I've been doing, they say, you want praise and so you gotta live right and do everything good. I'm really doing that, right? And I've been really doing that, and it's not like I'm doing it say, okay, God, I'm going to purposely live right. No, I'm just a good person. I've always been. This is why I'm so blessed, and I never went without. I never, even with, the cost of living going up and all that, and it's just like, I'm not missing no meals. I'm not. I'm not, in need of anything. But God is going to watch how He work it out. He is going to work it out for me. It's just I just trying to ask Him when, just ask like, God, when. It's so frustrating. Because God know, it's some people, the government know, and the celebrity, whoever's got them to investigate me or to watch over me or to try to play mind games, or the new world order, I'm an experiment, whatever the case may be. God knows this is happening. He knows every single day, 24 hours a day, like. And I know me saying it don't sound, but they know they follow me constantly, right? And I don't even, it's like, I remember I was going a lot. I remember it was a time where I wasn't recording, right? And then I started recording, and after I came out 10-10, I started recording a lot, and recently I stopped, and I would do it every now and then. Like today I did it, yesterday I didn't do it, but this is every day. And then what's crazy is that when they be far away and I look up and they at the stop sign, at the stop, light with me, but far away. I be like, that is crazy. It's like now they don't even be close. They be like far away. Then when I go, guys, I cannot make this up. I know it sounds crazy. I cannot make this up. And I'm gonna stop talking about it because God knows. God knows, and He is going to. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just crazy. Nobody, it's not happening to nobody but me. And God know I can handle it. He know I can handle it. It's just like when it's crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. But and I look at it like, okay, I'm 49 and I lived a very fine life, right? Like I wouldn't want to be no age like the age I am now. I'm happy I'm this age because I lived in a time where we had so much fun, right? Just traveling. I was that girl. Like, what we doing? Like what we doing, right? And they like, what you doing? I'm like, all right, I'm coming, my homegirl, I'm coming to get you. We riding them DC. Just to ride. Just to ride. I'm that girl, like, just have fun. Go in the grimiest neighborhoods. Get along with everybody. We've been knowing them for years. And to the point where became friends with them. They call them, you coming up there, you come. It was time where I would just go up there and my friends weren't going. It was just that's the time we lived in. Fun. Going out of town, driving, just having fun before social media, right? And everybody was themselves. Everybody was original. Everybody, was just themselves. Just looked at normal. You didn't have all this chinky eye stuff. These big lips. These tiny noses. Everybody had their little shape. Nobody was trying to get pointy noses. The only one had pointy noses was the Jacksons, right? Everybody had, right? Even the girls in the 90s, you look at Escape and even Lil Kim before she started doing all this for her with her face, and Foxy Brown, that was my girl. I had to go with the dark skin girl, right? And you look at all these girls of the 90s, they was themselves. Original. I love seeing them. Like when I scroll and people show like pictures, it was just so, what a time, right? And I had fun. So I'm saying all that to say, what I'm not here to ask y'all feel sorry for me. I'm just, I'm the only girl out of nothing but boys. I'm the youngest. I'm the baby out of all these boys. So I'm just a crybaby. Like I will cry. So I'm not asking y'all feel sorry for me. I'm good. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm just giving y'all me and even if I was talking to God right now, I'd be crying, So, because God knows it's happening, and He knows it's happening. He knows it's happening, and but whatever. Guys, we just gotta stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. The world we living in is like, and then they got the food stamps shut down. And I don't get food stamps. Nobody at my house get food stamps, but of course I know a lot of people with food stamps. And they talking about, I think that's a good idea with them doing, because so many people coming on live. Like, what is wrong with people? They coming on live. They coming on the phone saying they're gonna rob, they're gonna steal. Like, who does this? And y'all know my theory. Y'all know my theory. Part of world order. Y'all know. Cause listen, I know. Remember I told y'all my oldest brother. My oldest nephew. All right, my oldest nephew. He is a manager at a store, right? At a big store, and they saying that by next month. So food stamp come out next month. They already closing their stores, and you can only do orders. You can only do online orders, guys. I think it was all planned that way. I think it was all planned that way. They want to see how it's going to go. What government? Why do y'all do Americans like this? I know y'all watching. I done wrote so many big people. I done wrote so many people in DC, and I know they on. I know they on. Last week I was on. I had 530 people watching. I know they on. Why do y'all Americans like this? What is the purpose of it? What's the purpose? Like this is we was told that America was the greatest country of there is. My teacher, Miss Bruton, the one told us we'd never be rich, so always wrote Democrat. The one with the toupee, she short lady with the toupee. She said we are lucky to be in this country. We're lucky. This is the greatest country of it all, of all, of all of them. But it's not. It's not. America is a joke. Then you got your own government against you. Before our time, before this was happening to me, my lady, working for the government since 22, just got sick. Y'all wiped her history out for what? What y'all was afraid that she was going to tell? She still won't tell me what she do. I tried to slide it in, and she got to shake it. Don't ask me no more. Okay. Whatever she was doing, we know it wasn't good for y'all, with y'all. But the fact that y'all wiped her whole history out. That's all it showed that this lady just went to high school. Never worked, because that's all she worked for them. But where is it? Why? And I remember that man, Charlie, what's his name? Charleston White. Before all this kicked off with the Diddy and all this, because they was asking, and the reason why I said it because he was saying, the man just hypothetically asked him, do you believe a person that's a millionaire or up, good people? He said no. He said, no, I don't believe a millionaire is a good person. And what he said, I'm not going to repeat it because that kind of like went through one ear and came out the other. But I do remember him saying no. He said, I really don't believe that they're good people. He gave a reason why, and it was on point. And I think of Diddy. And this, he wasn't even talking about Diddy. But then he said, and I talk to y'all all the time about this, and I seen 2 interviews. So the first interview I cannot find, but he also said it again. He said, can it be corruption? Can it be corruption? And I'm sorry, y'all. I keep looking at that ice machine just be jumping out of the nowhere, and I just be like, he said, can America be chaos in its own country? He said nobody could ever. He said the government is never going to let somebody else come into this country and start war or chaos. He said if it ever become chaotic, the government it came from within our own government. He said this before I even thought about coming back to y'all. He said this. I was like, whoa. Mind you, I know what's going on with me, right? I'm just dealing with it, right? Nope, y'all ain't know nothing about it. He said this. I was like, wow. I was like, this man is on to something. He said it. He said the government, America owned government. He said it would be chaos within our own government. They would start the corruption. It would start from within. He said they ain't going to have nobody else come in to our country and start it. And all this time, I remember I watched, you just think you know everything, and I remember watching Hidden Colors and me trying to get to know who I am in my history. And I remember being so angry and getting on Twitter and like going off and saying, we're the best people, we're the supreme. And it's like, Let me tell you, we all one. We are all one, guys. The government, the government, they are designed to keep separation. It's this African I'm close with, right? Not I'm just close with her at work. I don't talk to her or anything. We're just real close at work. She said, "Do you know when we come and get our green card, we are told by the government." She said, "This is something that the Africans don't talk about, but we are told by the government to stay away from African Americans because y'all are bad people." You see how they divide and conquer? They purposely did this. They purposely want war with the blacks and the whites. The government is corrupted. It's not L count. It's not white people. It's not them. It's not them. They kept that separation with us. It's our own government, guys. I'm telling y'all. I mean, and then you look at it, yes, it's bad white people, it's bad black people. In every race is not good people. I know an Indian I'm close with at work, but I remember I couldn't stand that the Indian when I went to this store one day, and I was ready to tell his Indian owner that his car got somebody, hit his car really bad, and he had a big old Escalade truck, and I wrote down a tag number, and he said, and I said, who? I said, is this anybody car out here, the big black Escalade? And the owner started laughing. He said, why, you want to buy it? He said, you want to buy it? He said, you could never own nothing like that. Mind you, I just left out his store spending $30. One of my stores I go in and out all the time. He told me I could never buy, Indian man, pure Indian. He said, you could never buy one of that. He said, you could never buy that. He said, what you want to buy from me? Laughing. I said, no. Somebody just hit your car, and I was going to give you the tag number. I said, but I'm going to keep this tag number. He ran outside and was looking up and down the street. It was some little young guys right there by the store. He said, he was like, man, if you don't get out of my face, I don't know where. Get out of my face. I ain't giving you. If I did know, I wouldn't tell you. He looked so pathetic. And I got my car and I rode away. And I tore that up in tiny bitty pieces. So he was a bad Indian, but the Indian that I know from, and I'm talking about, per whole Indians, not because my brother used to go with mixed Indian. She was half black and half Indian. So what I'm saying is the lady that I know at my job, she's cool. She's an Indian. She's so cool. So it's good and bad everywhere. It's good people. Look at the black people in the industry. Look at Keke Palmer and Shern and her crazy mother was fussing that boy out so much, had spit coming. That's somebody who's not well. She had spit coming out her mouth, fussing at that boy. What did that boy do? Nothing. It was them. Look at Puffy. These are people who are evil. Look at Jay-Z, who came out that house, that came out that room, and Puff Daddy was clapping. You seen through the cracks. Little 8, 9, 10-year-olds sitting up there. He coming out giving him a hug. These are evil people. Look at Cardi B, who's trying to threaten a YouTuber. And because she got these millions of fans and these fans that gloat over her and dress nice and under all that filth, it's okay. They look at her like glamour. They look at her like, like a statue. For all of them. These are evil people and they're black. I remember saying this on Twitter. I remember saying this on Twitter way before. Raise my hand to God. I'm not lying. Way before I even knew about the stalking and harassment. And I'm not saying it's them, but I remember saying, because I remember Keke Palmer did a Prodigy with her mother, and I screenshotted a picture. I said, look at them. I said, these black people would, back in the days of the Black Panthers, they would have gotten a Black Panther. They would have worked against, I said they would have worked with the feds. I put a picture of her mother up. Because her mother, go on Flowers and Jelly. It's still up. Her mother like that. Doing some type of Prodigy, but her mother, her grown mother, supposed to be a pastor, was doing a Prodigy with her, and she like them. I'm like, these people are sick. Are supposed to be a whole religious pastor, mother and father, and she doing Prodigies. And I took a picture of her mother. I said, this lady would work with the government. I said this. Go and look. It's still up. Flowers and Jelly. I say she is the type of person that will work with the government to get black people dismantled. People like the Black Panthers who trying to do something good for their community. She will get them dismantled. I said this, not even knowing a year, almost a year later, like 6 months to a year later, somebody would send them to me. But they evil. I'm saying all that to say, L count at us everyday people stick together. The government want us to be hating on each other. The government want us to be, beefing with each other. And I'm not talking about Hollywood. I'm talking about us everyday people. Everyday people. We have to start. We in this. The government is with the elites and the politics and the famous people. But we're in this. Nobody is here to save us. And what I've come to notice, not Republicans, not Democrats. We are in this. And it's so unfortunate. But Hollywood want to keep taking from our pockets. But we're the ball of trash. We are the people that they look down on. But as soon as they want to put out an album that they didn't even write, or a perfume or a book, but I don't know what they think they gonna tell us. What they think we're gonna learn from us everyday people. What do they think we're gonna learn from them books? A joke. They sell anything just to keep getting that money, so they can build their underground tunnels and houses for things that they probably know what's gonna happen when it happened. I remember 2019. It was so many concerts. It was so many concerts. I believe that the industry knew what was going to happen. I remember. There was so many concerts, and I'm in all of them, right? I'm going to every. I think they knew. And then I think Obama was in the chair then. Was it Obama? No, it wasn't Obama. It wasn't Obama. He had another one. Ain't do nothing for the black people, but and now we understand why he did so much for the LGBTQ. But yeah, guys, we the government taught us to hate white people and taught white people to hate us. That's them. They taught the Africans, when y'all come over here, don't deal with African Americans. They are bad people. She said they literally told her this when the process of them coming over here and her getting her green card and stuff like that. I couldn't believe it. Well, I believed it, but I was just like, are you serious? Because she said, yeah, this is something that they don't, us American, you always hear Africans don't like Americans because they're lazy. And, this is what the Government told them, when you don't deal with African Americans, they are bad people. You know, stay in y'all lane. They told them this, and the government is wicked. And so yeah, it's bad in every race. I look at, you know, when I was young, Miss Myers, my teacher, you know, who would get me. She would get me every summer for the weekend. She was a white lady, looked just like Ellen DeGeneres, you know, at the time. And why me? That was, we had so much fun. She would read the up to the day, um I the first time I never thought I'd cry from a spider. I never thought I'd cry from a spider. She read Charlotte's Web to me. When I tell y'all, she had me wanting a spider for a pet. She read the heck out of that book, you know, and she would just get me and read to me, and you know, and without me even saying anything about my background, I guess she saw it. You know, she saw it through, you know, being an innocent, quiet little girl, and yeah. So, you know, and I look at her, she was white and she was so sweet. And I even tried to find her. I called the school board trying to look for her, gave the school, of course that school is not there no more, gave the school. And it was just some old black lady. She sounded like she was in her like 70s. What you want her for? Who is you? And I'm like, well, ma'am, she was a part of my childhood. She left a big print. You know, I just would like to see her. If you can just give me something on her, I can find. If you can just give me her first name, I just always knew her last name. If you can give me her first name, it was just, and then I understand, because you know it's so many crazy people out here, you know. But I mean, even if she would have looked this woman up, you know, and found and told me her first name, and I could have looked her up because she had one daughter. I'm sure that lady, if she's still living, she's really old, and I would have been contacting her daughter. Her daughter could have been like making it happen. But that school board did not want to give me her name. Her last name was Miss Myers. She was if y'all remember going in, when we was young, it was a slow class. And it was slow because I was just, you know, very quiet and very slow to learn. But she taught a class called High Eye. And yeah, she's so sweet. She would get me, and man, we would just have fun. Her house was so huge and just empty with all these flowers around it, and she would just take me, and you guys, she would just take me places to pay on a Saturday, phone bill, pay her phone bill. Take me down to, you know, back then you had to go to the phone company and stand in a line. She would do that. Just we just had fun. She would read to me, so yeah, I would love to find her. But yeah, she was sweet. You know, the government is just so wicked, and I just don't like them, guys. I really don't like them, and they know what they're doing. Why they doing it, I have no clue. I'm not exciting I'm just. It's nothing. I'm not a secret agent. I don't know. I didn't thought about everything, right? And so, and then you figure 5 years, come on. There ain't nothing in 5 years. I'm still here. You know, it's just a part of harassment, a part of them just harassing me after 5 years. And then you would think, okay, she came forward. Let's move in. Whatever it is, let's move in, guys. Nothing. I would, you know, I know it's nothing. So, yeah. And I got all, like I told you, I got all like how I showed you the other day of the helicopter, the really close helicopter. I got that. I got all them. I got close-ups of all of them. I got that really clear video of nobody driving that helicopter. I'm gonna show it to y'all one day, but yeah. But yeah, guys. So it's safe to say, y'all, just stay prayed up for 2026. And I believe in the power of prayer. If everybody just comes together and pray, prayers definitely work. And at the end of the day, with all this that's going on, God is still in control. And He reminds me every day, when I go to Him, like praying my heart out. And then when I read Psalms 91 and my favorite verses in the Bible, He just reminds me that He got me. But yeah, but God is good. God is good. And I'ma just keep on keeping on. I do know next year, Lord's will, I decided to, start traveling more. I have a bucket list. I'm gonna let y'all know when I do get on a plane. If that plane, I'm just ready to, like I be 50 years old. I be 50 years old. Lord's will, God, Lord's will, and I'm ready to know. Like, no, I'm tired of, you know, I'm just ready to just start doing me again. I'm tired of I cut everybody off, and I'm just ready to start living again. You know, um, I'm not gonna let them stop me. And trust me, y'all, they watching me now. I cut people off. I stopped dealing with people because I knew this was going on. Let me let y'all know something right now. I'm gonna always be accepted with open arms. So if y'all trying to barricade me, or oh she or no, trust me, they know I decided to start talking to people. 2026, I'm ready to just start, I'm ready to start living my life. I'm ready to start traveling. I have a bucket list. I want to go places on my bucket list. And, I'm tired of just letting this, keep me down. Like, no, I don't want to bring people in this. Like, no, I'm getting ready to start living for me. It's something I wanted to do, a place I wanted to go for my 50th. I always said I wanted to do that. I am going to. Let me just start living for me. I'm not gonna keep letting this cripple me far wise as just working, coming home. No, I'm gonna start doing things I want to do again. Like, no. And y'all just gonna have to be following me and wherever. The people I know ain't illegal. I mean, illegal and doing things illegal. So no, I know honest. The people, my family and friends are honest working people, and I'm getting ready to take back my life. And guys, yeah, I'm tired. I'm just tired of just coming home. Oh, I know they following me, pulling out. No. Y'all can keep following me. God got me. He got me through the midst of all this. He's keeping me sane. Though I cry because it's more like of a frustration. I'm a girl who always got what I wanted. Even with secrets, people say I got a secret for you. Trust me. By the time they leaving from around me, they telling me I'm a girl who always knew. Nobody kept nothing from me. So this is so frustrating, and I'm not. And I know I'm not doing anything illegal. I know, they can't get me for anything. But it's just the wanting to know who sent them. And I just want God to reveal it to me. And I know He is. I know He is. I know He is. But I just gotta just put my trust in Him and stop. God, when? And just put my faith, like, wholeheartedly into Him. I know that. But guys, I'm ready to go. Yeah, this food stamp stuff, I believe it was designed that way. It's part of I really believe that the government, wicked and evil as America is, I really feel like the American government is really trying to do world order. And with, like I told y'all, my nephew said they're gonna close the stores starting next month when food stamps come out again if the government is not open back up, and you can only order online. So that's crazy. That's crazy. This is just really crazy. And like I said, I don't get food stamps. I know people who get it, and no, of course, and the people I know who's getting it, I mean, who get food stamps, they ain't saying, they going to steal. They ain't saying that, but yeah, this is the world we live in. It's just the government is wicked. I don't know what they trying to do. I don't know what they trying to do with me. I don't know what they trying to do with the, this government shutdown, withholding the food stamps. We just gotta stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Do they want the looting? I'm telling you, I really believe they trying to do world order. I really believe they trying to do world order. And crazy as it sounds, the aliens that's among us, because remember they told us they was among us, but everybody went on with their lives and focusing on these celebrities. They told them that they was among us, right? And I don't even believe that was a whistleblower. I believe that it was, no, you're gonna act like you're a whistleblower. Just let the public, because they gotta tell us first. They gotta tell us first. That's why they come up with all these movies. I'm telling y'all, they trying to figure out how they gonna bring these aliens down. I'm telling y'all, government is wicked. I know it sounds crazy, and it sounds crazy me even talking like this, but I'm telling y'all, we gotta stay prayed up. The government is wicked. Our government is wicked. They know they are. They need to just leave American citizens alone. Your own citizens. Your own citizens. I've never seen a country like that. Your own citizens that you harass and bully and do all this evil, shutting down the government so the food stamps can stop, so these people can loot, and then you can bring in the army or whatever you call them people, and it can be world order. I'm telling y'all, stay prayed up, guys. Stay prayed up. I know it's late. Oh, it's only 11 o'clock. Y'all want me to stay on here? Y'all want me to stay on here? I thought it was later than that. Y'all want me to stay on here for some more? Who's still on here? It's showing one person on. Who's still on here? I'm a log on for my daughter. I mean, from her account. She's on my phone under her account, and I'm gonna see if okay, it showed that. Okay, so it's showing two people on. Let me get on here and see if it'll show. So I guess there's more people on here because I'm on here and it's not showing that I just logged in on here. All right, guys. Well, y'all don't want me to stay on here because y'all can say, if y'all want me to stay on here. So I'm ready to go, but I I did just log. It's showing me two people on here. I did just log on, and it didn't show me I was on. So, guys, I'm ready to go, but we gotta stay prayed up. The government is wicked. You know, they cutting. I'm telling y'all, is this that food stamp cut is done. They knew what they was doing by shutting down the government in next month to cut these stamps. I mean to close these stores, and you know because they saying of the looting and stuff. I'm telling you, and I wouldn't put it past if they try to never open the stores back up and just have people just ordering offline. I'm telling you, it's look. My nephew just said that's what he was thinking. My nephew just said that's what he was thinking. It's an experiment. They want to see how it's gonna go with all the stores shut down and you just ordering online. Our government is wicked, guys. They trying to really put us in a box. They really trying to put us in a box. And for what? What did we do? It's really sad. It's really sad. You know, and I still think about Charlie Kirk. I don't know who killed that man, but the fact of the matter is he should not be dead right now just from voicing his opinions. Voicing America's supposed to be freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Like this country is wicked, guys. I'm telling y'all. I don't know why this is happening, how long this is going to happen to me. But what I will say, I'm not mentally ill. I'm not suicidal. My medical records, I have copies of that to show, everything is normal. Always have been. Never went to the doctor since a kid and say I was anything depressed. Never took no type of pills on one pill, a HTZ pill, and yeah, guys, yeah. And I paused because I know I never was one of those girls that was always big, That's why it'd be so funny, during my lives when people say big this, big that, it'd be so funny to me because I never experienced being big all my life. So when I hear it, it's funny. Like I don't take offense to it. But always I take one pill a day, and that's just an HCZ pill. And everybody even say, girl, you lucky. You don't have to take no like blood pressure pill. Like that's just a fluid pill, right? And every now and then my doctor put me on an iron pill. I've been doing good with my iron, so I haven't been having that. He'll give me a prescription to take like 5 of them within that month, and that be that. And that be so often. But God is good. I'm healthy. No type of, nothing. A HCZ pill, that's just a fluid pill. That's why I'm always saying I gotta pee, right? But I know, guys, I got to get serious with my weight loss. And I started, and I still walk around. Like, that's so refreshing to me. Just being outdoors, right? That's so refreshing to me. But the weightlifting, I stopped, and then I got a wedding to go to November the 20th. I'm like, I said I wanted to wear this pantsuit, that I've been had, get back into this white pantsuit. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I gotta really, I would love by my 50th birthday to have lost, and that's all I want to lose. Most people, I look at people who gotta lose 100 pounds, 75 pounds. That's all I want to do is lose 50 pounds, and I'll be at my goal weight, like 50 pounds, and I'll be back into my, you always see me wearing sweat clothes, but I'll be back into my dress clothes, right? So if I can just get to 50 pounds, and I know I can do it. I know I can, because I always do. So I just got to put my mind to it. And I stopped. Oh gosh, I was just coming down so good, and I stopped. But Yeah, if I can do that by the time I'm 50th, I'd be so like, oh my goodness, I did it. So yeah, guys, I'm ready to go. I'll be back. When should I come back? I'll be back. What's today? Monday, Saturday. You know what? I was riding around today, and I was riding around looking at my like different because I used to be everywhere. Like when I ain't stay in one spot, right? I used to hang this place, that place, this place, and I was riding around. And I was looking, and of course things changed. Baltimore looks so horrible now, right? And I was in, the city, in the cities, and I was looking around like, oh gosh, I remember I used to hang right here. Oh my goodness, I remember I stayed the night here in this vacant house. I mean, this vacant building, right? Me, and I said it would be fun if I take y'all on a journey riding around Baltimore. But I know, of course, it would be early in the morning, right? Like early, going to those parts of towns. But I'm gonna do that this coming Saturday. I'm off. I am going to do that. So around, oh man, it's going to be before noon. I'm going to do that and take y'all around to the different spots of Baltimore where I used to hang at and tell y'all the different memories. Because I was riding around the day like, oh my goodness, I remember I had so much fun rain. Oh my goodness, I remember. And I told my daughter, I said, I slept in this building. She was like, you what? I said, I slept in this big old building before. I said, we was walking around, it was about 10 of us. And we just did not want to go home. We was just having so much fun. It was so cold outside. So cold outside. It was like 92, 93. And it was like 10 of us. And they was like, well, I ain't going home. And I said, well, I ain't going home. And then they was like, wing. And then we knew none of us, our parents weren't going to let 10 people stay tonight. My mother, their mothers, like we knew 10 girls coming in the house. So what we did, we went into this vacant building and we cuddled up and slept. I got up. Man, those was the fun times. I'm going to do that. Saturday, Lord's will, if my good Lord see fit, I'm gonna take y'all around the streets of Baltimore where I used to hang. Good times. So many vacant houses now. So many graffiti everywhere. Like the mayor, y'all. I'm not voting no more. I'm out of the voting for mayors, governors, presidents. I'm out of it. But this man we got, he want to be a little celebrity. That's all he do is ride around in his little new car that the city done paid for, bulletproof new van, and ain't doing the streets look horrible. But I'm ready to go. So that's what I'm gonna do Saturday. I'm gonna ride around Baltimore so y'all can see those little fun spots I used to hang around. So, all right, guys, it was fun. I said I was gonna be on here only an hour, and yeah, but guys, stay prayed up. 2026 is rapidly approaching. I am going, y'all gonna be seeing me vacationing everywhere, and because I'm tired. No, I'm tired of. And if they wanna come, y'all already saw them came almost went into my hotel room here. I posted on here when I was at Virginia Beach. That's what they want to do. I'm getting ready to start living. If they want to keep following me, I'm just gonna sit back and wait for God to reveal why. I'm gonna keep putting out my content, keep giving y'all updates, and I made that Big My Back channel, but I don't know if I should make it. I know I just gotta focus. I definitely wanna be 50 pounds lighter by the time my birthday come. And that, I said I wanted to be at least 20 pounds lighter by the time my cousin's wedding came next month as well. But I don't know. I didn't make it. But yeah, it's just so much I want to do. I'm gonna just keep praying, talking to my good Lord. And guys, I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me. I just want y'all to know that I'm mentally stable. Nothing in my records is, you know, saying otherwise. It's just that this is happening, and it's just I don't know how to tell y'all. And when I tell y'all, it sounds crazy. I know, but it's what's happening. God knows this is happening. My Bible stay close to me, and He's gonna get me through. And I'm not asking y'all to care. I don't want y'all to care. I just want y'all to be vigilant of all this. This is America. This is our America. You know, again, the government don't care about nobody, none of us, but the elites, the celebrities, and that's it. That's it in politics. We are on our own. Us regular people are on our own. Stay prayed up. Stop focusing on these celebrities. Stop buying everything these celebrities sell to y'all, because they just trying to get money in their pockets so they can continue to be rich and to make their underground bunk. You know, because just stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Y'all know I don't like talking things. Just stay prayed up. And we're going to hope for the best for 2026. And I pray that, I'm going to pray tonight that the food stamp get lifted, get lifted. These children, it's going to affect these children. I got a lot of young cousins in my family that get food stamps, and it's so unfortunate. The government know what they're doing, guys. So, all right, good night, guys. Be blessed. I'll see y'all Saturday.